Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Mitchell at MBSD Meerschaum sent this pipe to me. He does a lot of restorations and asked me to remake a Stummel for this pipe. As you can see, it's broken here, and a stem. This is I've never held or taken one of these apart, not smoked one, never owned one. I've seen these around. It's kind of an interesting concept. It works almost like a reverse calabash, perhaps, or a cavalier, because what you have here is you've got this collecting chamber to collect the smoke and relieve any moisture that collects. This is a pressure fitted stem. It's got a tube that runs through and sort of hangs in the middle of the chamber here, about there. And so as you draw through this stem, you're pulling smoke up in through this tube, and all the moisture that would come out as a result would collect in the bottom of this, and then you've got a clean out right here. This Stummel just pops off of here. I think there's about a 7mm diameter tenon here. So I think what I'm going to do with this, just kind of eyeballing this, it looks like this might be kind of neat if I were to cant the bowl on this new Stummel like an Anse. So if you got this length of shank, and then you've got a little bit of a cant on the bowl, maybe put some inlay accent on here on the rim, and then use an ebonite stem, put a new stainless steel tube in it. Somebody apparently loved this pipe, because I spent about 20 of the last 30 minutes with denatured alcohol trying to clean the inside of this chamber up. Somebody smoked this thing and smoked it and never cleaned it. I don't know that they ever took this cap off the end, because it was kind of hard to get off, real corroded and everything with tar and just gunk. So it's cleaned up. So follow me, and I'm going to go ahead and get to work on this. We'll get this laid out, get this Stummel laid out, a stem. I think I've got it's brown and an earth tone lighter shade, almost like a wood grain ebonite, that we'll use for this. So hang in there, and let's have a look. Oh, you know what, and by the way, I should tell you this. Jim Steffi at Emerson Southern Forge sent me a tobacco that I'm going to try today. I'm going to put some out and dry it. This has got 3 different Orientals in it. It's got some red Virginias and black Cavendish. It's beautiful smelling tobacco. So I'm going to put some out here to dry, and as I go today and this dries out, I'm going to have some of it and I'll report back to you. This is kind of right up my alley. I think this is going to be delicious. It smells great too. So this one is called Walais, W-A-L-A-I-S, and it's on his blend sheet, and the tobaccos that are in it are on there as well. There are it's Bosma, Krummergvard, Izmir, a couple of red Virginias, and some black Cavendish. So if you're inclined, look him up and get some of this and give it a try. I'll report back as I enjoy this later on today. Thanks. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to turn this shank and get it very close to this this diameter, both here at the face and then at the neck. Try to get that laid out first before I drill it. Okay, so I've got a dimensionally, I've got a duplicate here of what I have here, and so this, I'll drill out the draft now, and then I'll drill out the opening for the tenon, and then I'll countersink it, and this should fit the apparatus there perfectly. And then we'll move on to the bowl. Okay, and that's spot on. So far so good. Now this diameter is the diameters required for this to fit. Now I'm not, I could try it. This is going to fit just fine. I can just tell it's kind of going in there. I don't want to force it just yet because I am going to have to work this a little bit on the wheel to reduce the bottom of this Stummel a little bit so that it fits in correctly here. So that'll be next. Good enough. Very nice. I'm happy with that. So the next thing to do is to flip this around and begin working on the bowl. I will probably cut a taper in this. This is going to be about 1.5 inches deep by 3/4 at the top. I'm going to really want to taper the bottom of this on the outside as I shape it, and so I'm thinking I'm going to use this this tapered bit. Alright, as you can see, I have this block set up in the check. This original pipe has sort of an angle here. I'm going to try to do that. I like the beads that are cut in here. I'm going to try that as well. I don't have a whole lot of room, but I'm going to do the best I can. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and round off the top of this to get the reference shape, the reference diameter. And then once I've got that done, I'll dress the top, and then we'll drill it. And you know, I'll see if I can cut the beads in here. If I can do that, hopefully that'd be nice. And then once I'm done with that, this is going to come out of here, and we're going to go to the wheel with it. Okay, they made it up. So this is what we got so far. I can tell this, I got to go just a tick more with the drill bit. Yeah. Pretty open now. Yep. Okay, where you can see we're open at the bottom. I'm gonna open that up just a little bit more down there at the bottom, so that there's not a pocket to catch moisture. You can go just a little bit more, and that'd be fine too, because it'll give you the owner of the pipe a little more volume. Alright, we'll take this out, and I think what I'll do next is I'll go ahead and I'll go to begin with the stem. Get that turned. I'm going to do the same thing with the diameter of the stem, where the stem seats into this metal mortise here. It's got to be tapered. So what I'll do is I'll take the diameter at the very end, and I'll take it at the top, and then create a straight line between those 2 points, and it should be the perfect pitch. So you can see this is going to take a little bit of tweaking, but it's going to be kind of cool. It's going to have, as opposed to this pretty much, straight-laced 90-degree angle. I like that. I like that cant. I did not put the beads in there. I couldn't get my tool into that to make that happen. So it's just how it's going to have to be. There was just no room for me. You can see where this reference surface stops. That's right where the jaws ended. There's no way to get the point of that tool in there to make that happen. So, as I was saying before my phone rang, there's black Cavendish in this. and you can really taste the sweetness of the black cavendish. This is a really good tobacco. I'd recommend it. You know, it's a little bit drier than comes out of the cake a little bit drier than one that is heavy in Virginia's, but it allowed me to smoke it a lot quicker. So that's good too. I really like this. I think I'm going to get some more of it. I recommend it. Look Jim up. He's a great guy. Good tobacco. Very good. All right. Well, let's get on with this stem. I'm actually trying to find the original stem. Like everything else, I set things down in my shop, and if I turn the camera on my bench top, you'd see how messy my desk is. I'm not very tidy, I guess. And so I tend to set things down, and they're within, I don't know, 18 inches of my hand at any one point in time, but yet I can't find them. So I'll be back with you as soon as I find that, because I need that to measure the reference points to get the right taper on the stem. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. Got the Stummel about 90% of the way sanded and fit to the tenon on this reservoir, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this ebonite material to create the stem, and that stem is going to have a tube in it that'll run through the center of this reservoir. Alrighty, let's get started on that. Okay, so as you can see here, the stem fits in. It's a friction fit, and so what I'll do is now go ahead and drill out the bore for the draft, and then I'll drill out the opening for the insertion and epoxy this tube in, and then I'll be able to take that stem blank to the wheel and get it shaped. Okay, so I've got the Stummel done, and I've got the stem done, ready for the first buffing. We're going to set up the buffing wheels here, and we'll buff these and then look for scratches and start getting the finish right on this. But I think all in all, this should end up being kind of a cool pipe. I think it's going to be back close to what it was with a straight stem, about the same length, and but a little bit different with this the tip on the bowl here. But I don't know. I think it kind of looks cool. So as I'm looking at this, and once you get it on the buffer, the reflection lets you see where there are scratches that show up to the naked eye. So I'm going to use some 600 on this to take them out, and then there are some along this edge here on this Stummel. So I'll go over this again with 600 and take those out. And then I think I'm going to use a like a dark, like a cordovan color dye on this, and then just buff it out with a coat of cordovan on it and see how that lays in the grain. Okay, so I'd like to thank you for watching. This is the finished product. I'm going to either use some flits or mothers or something on this metallic part, raise the shine on it. But all in all, I think that's kind of cool. You know, I've never had a pipe like this. I've never smoked one, but I got to think that the concept is works. I mean, you know, you capture the moisture. This tube lets the smoke cool. I'm sure that it's a very good smoke. So this will be going back to the owner, and yeah, happy smoke. Thanks for watching.